When we look back at the origins of pirates in the world of One Piece, most of them started off as nobodies, rookies who built their legacies from scratch. Even Roger, who would later rise as the Pirate King, first appeared as a simple young man in a straw hat searching for a companion. In fact, when he met Rayleigh, he didn't even have a ship yet. Whitebeard, on the other hand, became a legend tied to the Rocks crew, and there's even a theory that he only joined them after losing to Rocks in a Davy Back fight. Luffy's beginnings were even more humble, literally crawling out of a barrel on Alvida's ship before gathering a crew who believed in his dream. But here's where things get interesting. This humble start pattern doesn't apply to Rocks at all. His introduction flips the script completely. He invaded Maria Joie itself, stormed straight into the flower room where Imu resides, and spoke to her with a confidence that suggested he had known her for a long time. No other pirate in history has dared come that close to the Holy Land. What makes it even stranger is Rock's knowledge about the Giants' hatred for the world government. His reaction upon seeing Harold made it clear he was already aware of the centuries-old feud and its hidden truths. And the fact that Imu showed no reaction to Rock's being in the flower room suggests this wasn't their first meeting, almost as if he had been there before. Compare that to how furious she was when Sabo snuck in to rescue King Cobra. All of these clues open the door to a fascinating possibility. Rocks might have once worked for the world government, specifically as one of the Holy Knights, before leaving for reasons still unknown. That could explain why Imu later ordered him to be banned from Maria Joie. His kidnapping of the Five Kings during the Reverie might have been part of a bigger plan, to cause chaos and use it as a cover to reach her secret chamber. The idea that Rocks was part of the Marines doesn't really add up. There's no evidence that admirals even know about Imu's existence. Meanwhile, the latest events involving the Holy Knights in Elbath clearly tie them directly to her. Admirals, on the other hand, remain limited to serving the Gorosei, never touching the deeper secrets of the world government.
And when we take a closer look at the dreams and goals of pirates in One Piece, we notice a common thread. Most of them simply want freedom. They're not out to rule the world. They just want to live without the shackles and oppression of the world government. Whitebeard, for example, only wished to build a family. Luffy's dream is straightforward, to become the Pirate King. But Rocks was nothing like them. His ambitions soared far higher. His dream wasn't freedom, it was domination. He wanted to rule the entire world. That goal alone suggests he came from a political background, maybe even a noble family obsessed with power. Becoming a pirate may have only been a temporary path, just a tool he used to chase his true objective. And this is reflected in how he treated his crew. Unlike Luffy or Roger, Rocks never saw them as friends or comrades. His gatherings with them were purely transactional, bound by temporary goals with no bonds of love or loyalty. Now, let's fast forward to Egghead. Remember Vegapunk's final message to the world? When he addressed the will of the D, Oda deliberately cut him off before he could finish, because the truth was too dangerous to reveal at that moment. But all the hints point to one chilling revelation. There was a traitor within the D clan. And then Oda immediately cut to Blackbeard's face. The implication is huge. What if the lineage of Rocks, tied to the D, had already betrayed Joy Boy in the past? That would explain why Rocks, and later Teach, both share the same ambition. Not freedom, but world domination. An ambition that traces all the way back to the Void Century. This raises an even bigger possibility. What if Rocks' family was among the original 20 kings who founded the world government? Could it be that remnants of his bloodline still live among the celestial dragons, and Rocks himself was one of them before joining the Holy Knights? But here's the real mystery. If Rocks truly was a Holy Knight, why couldn't Imu control him, the way she seemingly controls the others? Why didn't she simply erase him? Oda hasn't revealed the answer yet, but we do know this. Saint Garling Figureland, who was already a Holy Knight in his youth, has aged into an old man. Meanwhile, the rest of the knights appear untouched by time, as if blessed with immortality. This implies Imu can't grant her gift to just anyone. And here's where things get wild. The most likely explanation is that Imu's power doesn't work on those who carry the D. Their willpower makes them immune to her control. That's why they're the true natural enemies of the celestial dragons, and why Rox, Blackbeard, and the D clan as a whole have always stood as her greatest threat. Rox lived in Marie-Joie itself, among the remnants of the D who remained hidden there. And this explains everything. Why he never chased the One Piece. Why he never cared about uncovering the secrets of the Void Century. To him, Joy Boy's legacy meant nothing. His mind was fixed on one goal, and one goal only: to rule the entire world. In the end, when we trace the threads of Rox's past, his mysterious ties to the world government, his roots in Marie-Joie, and the countless hints Oda has sprinkled throughout the story, we realize something crucial. Rox was never just another pirate who rose from nothing. He was the exception. A man who emerged from the very heart of Marie-Joie, carrying a dark inheritance from a noble bloodline, and a connection to the deepest secrets of the Void Century. And unlike Roger or Luffy, Rox's ambition wasn't freedom. It wasn't about reaching Laugh Tale or claiming the One Piece. His dream was far more dangerous: to become the ruler of the entire world. And that is exactly why, in the eyes of Emu, Rox D. Xebec wasn't just another threat. He was the single greatest enemy she had ever faced.